Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for the rest of June. So we have some oracle books in front of us. These are from the decks I'll be using for the reading. The reason I was drawn to these books, I believe, is because it's Cancer season. I didn't set out to sort of pick love-themed books for Cancer season. I was kind of drawn to the books and it's like, oh yeah, it's Cancer season. As you probably know, Cancer is a water sign and it's closely connected to emotions. The way I feel about Cancer season is that I feel like it brings up any emotions that are hidden beneath the surface, anything we've suppressed, and there is no running and hiding from it. I personally find it can get really intense emotionally, but I do feel like I come out of the other side of Cancer season better for it. So it's a purifying kind of energy to me, and water is purifying, isn't it? So I think Scorpio season can be a bit intense as well, but I think for me, Cancer season is the heaviest normally. Feel free to leave a comment to let me know if this is something you experience during Cancer season, or if it's something you experience in the present, in this current Cancer season. But anyway, I'm not aiming specifically for a love reading with these decks. However, if that's the message that comes up, then I'm not going to lie to you. I'll tell you what it is. So let's start off with the Whispers of Love card first of all. What does Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising need to know for the rest of June, please? Yep, same as everybody. Your cards are going to take a while to come out. So if you hate shuffling, you might want to fast forward until you see me put a card on the table. And I've put it down because it's happened in all the readings. I've just put it down to Cancer season where I said that the emotions are suppressed. So if you suppress something, you don't want it to come up, do you? So, right. I've got Ask for Help has come out. It says, ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. And I said who got this? Was it Cancer that got it or someone else? All I'm seeing in this image is Ariel and King Triton from The Little Mermaid. I know she doesn't have red hair, and I know there isn't a crab there, is there? No, there's not a crab there. But especially him, he looks like King Triton to me. But anyway, I don't know why I'm bringing that up. I don't know why it's relevant, if it's relevant. But yeah, that's all I can see in that image. So let's make sure that's not blurred for you. Right. What else does Gemini need to know for this? Right, what does Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising need to know? Queen of Swords. You also have the King of Pentacles. Right. I am getting a bit of a vibe, but I want to just see what else comes out first. Anything else? What else is Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising? Okay. The Tower. I think you're the first sign to get the Tower as like part of the main spread. What else do we need to know for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising? The Moon. Okay, that's interesting. I still have a thought, but I'm not sure if I want to say what it is just yet. Let's clarify first. Let's start off with that Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, what do we need to know? This might be able, yeah, okay. I think I'm on the right track. Let me just get a couple more for the Queen of Swords and then I will say what I've been thinking. I mean, it's nothing too outrageous to be honest, but I just wanted to see what else came out. You got a lot of pentacles in this. You got the Page of Pentacles next and the Ten of Pentacles. So as a simple message, this wasn't the main thing I was thinking about, but as a very simple message, you might be needing advice on something. Advice, I mean, I will say financially, this could be very relevant because there's a shitload of pentacles on here. So you might need advice that will assist you somehow financially to make your finances grow. The Empress, actually the Empress is Taurus. I know it's Venus and Taurus and Libra, but it is connected to abundance as well. So you might be needing advice on how to grow abundance in terms of money or resources. And that's ask for help. But another thought that came to mind, and am I 100% sure? I'm not 100% sure about this yet, but I will say as we go on, if maybe you're trying to do everything by yourself or trying to figure it all out by yourself. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. So yeah, from that Queen of Swords, there's like a need for guidance or advice or something, or to even share what's going on with you, to speak up on what's going on with you, so that you can gain greater finances or resources. I don't know why I almost feel like as well for someone it might be that you're sharing guidance on how you gained your abundance. You know, like on the YouTube ads where you have people that are offering coaching or whatever to build your business. That sort of thing is coming to mind. Those ads. I don't know about you, but those ads absolutely do my head in. They do my head in. Especially the ones where they say, I don't care what you're doing, but stop right now and listen to blah. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I know they're helpful for some people. It's just it just comes a bit arrogant, comes across a bit arrogant to me, and it does my head in. But anyway. Right, let's move on to the King of Pentacles. You've got the Page of Wands. You might be wanting to start a new business venture and need to get more assistance or the right assistance to make it work. And that could be anything from an Etsy shop, like a really small Etsy shop, to starting a YouTube channel, or something more, you know, like an actual shop or a service or something like that. You've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the ask for help is probably very literal for someone. But as I say, I did get a hint of this feeling that someone might be trying to figure it out by themselves, or do it all by themselves because they don't want to ask for help for some reason. Anything else? Right, Four of Swords. I mean, to me, the Four of Swords, I know sometimes it is about rest, just resting and recovery, but for me sometimes it can be like meditation and deep contemplation of things, and they're isolated. The Knight of Swords, which is the person that speaks out, is in reverse. They're not saying what they need or should be saying, and then the Four of Swords is kind of cut off from everyone trying to figure it out by themselves. Four of Wands. Get one more for that. King of Cups. Okay. So we know the King of Cups is connected to emotions, and it's usually about him being very reserved with his emotions, about how he's feeling. Whenever he's in reverse for me, it's often about him needing to express something. So again, with the ask for help, it's giving the vibe that probably you, I'm not going to say someone, but you need to express what's really going on, and what you need to help increase your abundance, or build a foundation, or build a stronger foundation, or pursue whatever venture you're trying to pursue. The Tower. Why is the Tower here, please? Because this is a bit of a random thing. I've got this thought in my head as a message for someone as well, that someone might be putting on I don't know if I want to say a facade, that might be a bit dramatic, but you know, like when somebody appears to be doing better than they are, and I would say it feels like it's that King of Pentacles energy, but he's, why am I thinking of Bridgerton? All of a sudden, for anyone who's watched Bridgerton, and this example isn't just to do with Bridgerton, but you know where the well-to-do families, like they're going through financial issues, but they make it look as if they're still fine, like everything's perfectly fine. It's giving me that kind of energy. Yeah, I don't know, that's just come to mind with that Tower card. Yeah, we've got the Magician in reverse here. Something about someone losing their power. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Four of Cups. Possible financial loss for someone here as well. You've got the Seven of Cups there. The Eight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Let's get one more for that. We've got Death and Temperance. There is with that Tower card a kind of a feeling of loss there. I mean, I have said loss of power already because the Magician's in reverse. So it could be loss of power or just loss of something. I'm not 100% sure what, to be honest, but a loss of something where someone's now going to need help, but it's like they don't want to ask for it. And we can see that there's confusion here with it feels like confusion here with the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. But for me, the key is to open up about it, to express, to let it out so that you can get the support that you need. Okay, let's look at the Moon. I think this reading is the most bloody ambiguous one I've done out of all of them. And what is this, my 8th? This is the 8th one I'm recording, and this feels ambiguous, but I'm not going to lie. I think it's intentional. If someone is resisting asking for help, or they're trying to appear to be better, doing better than they are, then it's a hiding energy, isn't it? Someone trying to hide something. I'm not saying it's malicious, but if you're trying to hide something, then it does, for me, make sense that that energy would be in the reading where it's like, I don't know what's going on. You know, like you could, if something was going on with a family member where something's not going well for them, but they're hiding it, and when you see them, they look all right, but you just get this feeling that something's not right with them. I wonder if they're okay, but they won't tell you anything. It's giving me that kind of vibe. Yeah, let's look at the Moon. Is about hidden things anyway, isn't it? So let's look at the Moon, see if that gives us any more insight. Because, as I say, this feels really ambiguous. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. Seven of Wands. Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. So the first thing I can see with that Seven of Wands is a defensive energy. It's like blatantly blocking what could probably be helpful and beneficial, like blocking opportunities even. Like one example that's coming to mind now is, I don't know what I'm thinking, is, somebody just recently, or they've lost their job, but and I don't think I know anybody no, actually I do know someone who's done this, where someone's lost their job and they pretend that they haven't lost their job, so they might still leave the house at the same time every day, go off somewhere and disappear for the whole day, come back at the time that they're expected to come home from work, and then they won't tell anyone. So if there's someone around that they knows people that could offer jobs, it's like, well, to be frank, you know, you've lost your job. If you just spoke to such and such, they probably know someone that could give you a job just like that. But it's almost like blocking that because you don't want anyone to know, and obviously that would help move things along. The Six of Pentacles, it's with the moon. For me, it's hiding the fact that help is needed, that assistance is needed. Let me get one for the Lovers. I'm not sure why why is the Lovers here, please. I mean, the Lovers is connected to choice, isn't it? I know that one reader that I watch has referred to it as the choice between vice and virtue. And what vice, one of the things that could be considered to be a vice is pride, isn't it? Having too much pride to sort of say that we need help. And I think, I mean, I can't knock anyone for this because I am, like, if it comes to asking for help, I'm stubborn as hell. I will not ask for help until I'm like absolutely desperate. I'm just really stubborn like that. I think I'm getting better as I get older, but I am known to like be very stubborn when it comes to asking for help. Let's just get one for the Lovers and see, because I don't necessarily feel like I'm giving you any actual advice here. You've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Let's just get one more. Someone may be feeling here like it's not worth asking for help, and I don't know why. Why would someone feel like that? I mean, you tell me. We've got the Three of Swords and the Eight of Cups in reverse. But again, it feels like the energy of, it's a feeling of avoidance. Like looking at the Eight of Swords as well. In fact, all of them, the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Cups, all four of them look like avoidance of something. So again, what I just said about if someone lost their job and was pretending that they hadn't lost it, that's avoidance. If it was to do with a marriage where a marriage is broken down or something and the people are pretending as if it's fine, that's kind of a little bit of avoidance. You know, if something was going on with someone's kids where there was struggles looking after the kid, but you know, that's another thing with kids, it's difficult, isn't it? Because no one wants to, if someone's really struggling looking after a child, it can be really difficult asking for help because you wouldn't want to be judged, would you? But as I say, I'm getting a sense of avoidance altogether, of just like, nope, I don't acknowledge it. Another thing that comes to mind with that Lovers card being there is if somebody has been involved with or pursued something that they love and it hasn't worked out, and you now need help, there can be a bit of a stubbornness there with that as well, where it's like, oh no, I put so much of my heart into this and I kind of told everyone that I was going for it and everyone was happy for me and now it's not working. There can be a bit of a sense of shame if it doesn't work, can't there? Where it's like, I don't want to tell anybody it's not working now, so I'm just going to pretend everything's fine and avoid talking about it, avoid acknowledging that it's not working, avoid the pain, avoid having to move forward, avoid asking for help. All of that's there. It still feels a bit ambiguous slightly because I don't know specifically what's going on. But as I say, if somebody's avoiding something, then the energies show up in the reading, don't they? I'm going to see if we can get any cards of, I mean, the main card of advice is ask for help. It is ask for help. That's the main theme of the reading. Let's see if there's anything else that can come from the Power of Love deck. I would say ask for help. Try not to let pride get in the way if that's an issue. Try not to let any feelings of shame get in the way if that's an issue as well. And if you're feeling like you want to ask for help, but you just feel like you don't know who to ask or it's not worth it, then it's probably maybe a case of finding the help from the right person or the right kind of help. Yeah. Let's see what else comes out for you. Because sometimes we look for help in the wrong places, don't we? And it can be difficult to figure out where the right place to get help is from. So I suppose that's not really helpful saying that, but it's true. Anyway, let's see what else comes out for you here. Oh my Lord. I said vice and virtue, didn't I? We've got the virtue card. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. And I'm taking virtue as in the sense of not letting pride and shame, etc., get in the way. We've got transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. And for me, the illusion here would be if someone is trying to completely avoid and ignore something altogether, it's moving past that to transform the situation. Anything else? Loyalty, your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. There could be an issue for someone here where asking for help feels like an act of disloyalty in some way, shape or form. I'm not sure how, but if you resonate with that, you'll know what that means. I'm going to leave it there. I can't really add anything. Hopefully there was something helpful for you within the reading. Thank you very much for watching and take care. Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for the rest of June. As you can see, we have the oracle decks we're going to use for the reading here. It's Cancer season, so I guess that's why I was drawn to these oracle decks. I didn't specifically say, oh, it's Cancer season, I'm going to choose love-related decks. No, I thought I was drawn to those, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's Cancer season. So with Cancer season, Cancer is connected to emotions. It's a water sign. For me, I always feel like with Cancer season, any emotions that we've suppressed or ignored or hidden all come up to the surface, and we can't run, we can't hide from them. But it feels, for me personally, it feels like a very purifying energy where the emotions come up, and if we choose to deal with them and address them properly, then they can be purified and we kind of can come out of the other end of Cancer season feeling better for it, to be honest. Although it can get really intense emotionally, I found this personally, it can get very intense emotionally at times. So feel free to share in the comments if that's something you go through during Cancer season or if it's happening now. Anyway, we're going to get started with a Whispers of Love message for you. I'm not aiming specifically for love readings with these decks, but if that's what comes through, so be it. It has for some of the signs. Let's see what you get, Libra. So for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising? Jesus, Libra, yours has flown straight across the other side of the room. Give me a minute. That was very aggressive. Let's make sure I don't pull the tripod down in the process. Oh, we've got two actually. Straight across the room, one of them, and the other one was nearby. This is interesting because these messages are very, can be very similar, considered to be very similar. You've got do something for someone, give your attention to another. You also have actions speak loudly, express your love through action. So Libra, who's like begging for your attention? Well, not begging, but vying for your attention, praying for your attention, hoping for your attention. Let's see what else comes out. So let's get your tarot cards. And I mean, it's interesting. I always think that things that happen during the reading, like for example, you know, it's interesting, Libra. Every reading that I've done so far, the cards have taken forever to come out of the deck. And I actually put that down to, so you're the 11th sign I'm recording. I put it down to that Cancerian energy of trying to repress things, because if we're repressing it, we don't really want it to be known, do we? So that's why I feel like the cards took forever to come out. It's like it didn't want me to know. Yours flew out. So I think that's probably part of what I said, is somebody like desperate for your attention, because it flew aggressively across the room like, look, it's here, I'm here, get me. Anyway, let's get your tarot cards out and see what comes through. Right, Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. What do we need to know? Try that again, because they just kind of fell out or fell off the top. Ace of Cups, okay. And that is a card of expression, isn't it? It's emotional expression usually. So it might be about expressing how you feel through actions. We have the Hierophant. Anything else? The Sun. Anything else? Do I want to take that many? I'm going to try that again. So the Devil, the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles came out, but I don't trust it. It just came out a bit weird. What else does Libra, Sun, Moon or Rising need to know? We've got the World, okay. So the first thing that comes to mind, Libra, is for those of you in a relationship, or if you have someone around you romantically that seems to want your attention. For those people, this may be about them wanting you to be clearer on how you feel and what you want. With the Ace of Cups and the Sun being there, it's almost like, you know, if you were with someone and you were in the dating stage and it's like, well, what are we now? Are we in a committed relationship? Is there a future? Blah, blah, blah. It's giving that kind of vibe for some. Or even if it was before dating someone where they were just showing an interest in you and they kind of wanted to get more of a hint or to be told blatantly if there's potential for an actual relationship with them. That's the first thing that comes to mind. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, so if I sneeze, I apologize. Hay fever has wrecked me this week. I did used to get it really badly when I was a kid and a teenager, and then it died down. But this week, oh my God, I've been taking, put it this way, I've taken a lot more than the correct dosage of antihistamines, and even that's not working properly. So yeah, and I know that it's a bit of a risk, but I want to be functional. So right, Ace of Cups. What do we need to know about this Ace of Cups for Libra? We have the Three of Cups. I'm just seeing what angle. It's at a funny angle. It's meant to be upright. And that is Three of Cups. It is the card. It's a card, can be a card of celebration, support, community, and it can be the card of spending time with someone, like a group, or if there's a friendship. So as I said, if there's someone that's spending a lot of time with you that's a friend, it could potentially be for someone here that that friend might want a bit more, to be honest. But anyway, let's see what else comes out. Yeah, we have the Queen of Cups, and I'm going to put that there next to the Four of Pentacles. There's a need to be more open emotionally. And then with the Four of Pentacles, I'll get one more actually. I often say it's about holding your cards close to your chest. Let me get one more and see what comes out after that. And even if it's not about a romantic relationship, it could be anything. It could be a relationship with a family member. Maybe there's something very specific that you need to say how you feel about that, or maybe that person's feeling neglected and they're kind of vying for your attention, for you to show that you care about them. Could be a child, even parent, child, sibling, friend, best friend. Just one more for the Ace of Cups, please. But it looks like, I would say that the energies could be reversed. So it could be that this is where you stand with someone else, where you're wanting them to open up more and to express themselves. So it could be reversed. I feel like it's more to do with you, but it could be, if you're feeling like it resonates more if it's someone else, then it could be that they need to lay their cards on the table instead. But anyway, But either way, it's like needing to be more emotionally expressive and open about what you want, or even just your opinion on something potentially, or if it's the case that it's someone that you have feelings for and they're not fully aware, it's just the case of a need to open up more about that. So we've got the Empress there. The Empress, the thing that's coming to mind next to the Four of Pentacles is growth. Where you've got the Four of Pentacles holding their cards close to their chest, nothing can grow because his arms can't open to accept anything else if he's gripping the pentacles close to his chest. So for me, it's about growth. If you want growth in a situation or with a person, there's a need to open up and be more expressive. And then obviously the Empress is very nurturing as well, isn't she? And generous. Generosity is something that's associated with the Empress, so that's probably called for here as well. It says, express your love through actions and give your attention to another. Trying to hold the sneeze in, but yeah. So let's look at the Hierophant. As I say, it kind of felt like commitment, more so to do with commitment coming out in this reading, but let's see. Try that again. Let's see what comes out for it. So the Hierophant, please. What do we need to know about that? Two of Cups and the Hierophant. What else do you need to know? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Right. You've got for the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Lovers. So it probably is more romantic relationship related, because for me that that looks like marriage, or at least a committed relationship, to be honest. You've got the connection with the Two of Cups and the Lovers, and obviously the Cups are sharing. The Lovers is the feeling, isn't it? And choosing that person. The Cups is the sharing your cups with each other, understanding each other, connecting with each other. The Four of Wands, it can be an actual wedding ceremony for some people, and it's a foundation, isn't it? It can be a home as well. So that just, it looks overall, I said it felt like commitment with the Hierophant, and then you get all of those. So I think it's probably more along the lines of, I mean, don't rule out that it could be something, a relationship connecting to like a family relationship or something, but there is a strong vibe of romantic relationship. But either way, the point being that there's a need to express what you really want, how you really feel, and what you really want within the situation, and to back your words with actions as well. Let's look at the Sun to be very clear about it. And as I say, the energies could be reversed. If you feel like it's not you that's needing to communicate this, it could be that somebody needs to do this for you, or it could even be that somebody is doing this for you, like expressing to you, and it's a case of you deciding first of all if you want to reciprocate. And if you do want to reciprocate, then it's expressing what you need to express, and taking the actions to show how you feel as well. Right. God, what just came out then? The Magician and the Page of Swords came out, but I was chatting too much as usual. For me, that can be communication and being very clear on your intentions and what you're trying to create. I'll put them back and try again, because as I said, I was chatting too much. But yeah, bear that in mind with the Sun. We have the Hanged Man and the Six of Wands. I'm getting the word show and tell in my mind with those coming up, because the hanged man is where someone's very carefully thought about something and considered something. The Six of Wands, it's kind of putting yourself out there, it's being seen, it's seeing someone else, it's showing up, isn't it? So I'm getting a show and tell kind of vibe with that Sun card, whether it's that you need to do this or someone else does. Show and tell, you have the Knight of Swords. I'll get one more just for the hell of it, but I feel it's probably more like show up and tell, but yeah, show and tell. Then you've got the King of Cups in reverse. And what do I say about the King of Cups? Obviously, he's often reserved with his emotions in reverse, upright and reverse. It's about letting it out, basically. I mean, obviously, you could, if you wanted to go to the dark side of the King of Cups in reverse, it would be manipulative energy. But here it feels more like it's time to express. Next to that Knight of Swords and with the show intelligent energy, it's expressing how you feel, letting it out, not hiding it anymore. Let's look at the world. What do we need to know about the world? Right, we've got a few. We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm just going to get another one. The thought is coming to mind that somebody might be issuing an ultimatum or feeling like they want to issue an ultimatum with those cards coming up. Because obviously the world is a new chapter, but then you've got these kind of cards as well. You've got the High Priestess. That might be someone's fears, actually. I almost feel like these three, because they're reversed, are someone's fears. Because it's not, it looks like there's ambiguity. Well, you've got the High Priestess, she keeps secrets as well, doesn't she? Because of the ambiguity and she doesn't speak, where somebody's not saying how they feel or showing how they feel, it may feel ambiguous. And this could be the fears that things just can't, I want to say fruition, but there's another word that comes to mind. It won't come to fruition. It won't come to a sense of completion. It won't, you won't have that new chapter or new beginning that you want and have. And it's as corny as it's going to say, to have the world. So, like when people say, and this is coming to mind, it's a little bit corny as well, about someone means the world to you, or you mean the world to them, or whatever. It's almost a feeling of fear that they can't have the world or what means the most to them if there's not full expression of what someone feels or wants. Let's get one more for that. We've got the King of Pentacles, which is actions. And that would be expressing your love through actions. And that's what the King of Pentacles does, isn't it? He builds, he's nurturing. To me, he is nurturing through his actions, through practicality, through what he provides and gives. I'll get one more. So it may be calling upon you to step into that high vibe King of Pentacles energy, or someone else needing to do it. You've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, yeah. So it might be a bit of I don't know, I don't want to say breaking point. That feels really dramatic, but there's just something very important about this show and tell, and need to show and tell, to put in the effort, as I say, step up into that King of Pentacles energy to show and prove how someone feels and what they want. Otherwise, it's going to end up in that disappointment, heartbreak. So as I say, the energies could be reversed. It could be you that needs to show and tell. It could be someone else that needs to show and tell. You'll know if it's relevant for you or if it resonates for you. Let's get some cards. That's all I have to say on those cards, the Power of Love, and see what comes out for that. And there's a song by Brownstone. Yeah, Brownstone. I know the words of the song, but what the hell is the song, the actual title called? Because the title's not always the actual name of the song. I know the lyrics are "If You Want Me." I can't even remember the exact order of the lyrics, but I think it's "If You Love Me, If You Want Me," and it's about showing and telling. If anybody can remember the exact title, and I think I was looking at the titles of the song the other day, and I can't remember the exact title. I think it's "If You Love Me." Yeah. But it's basically telling the person to prove it and show it, that they do love the person, they do want them, and they want to be with them. Right, what am I doing? I'm getting Power of Love cards. try that again. I get that. There's a card that's come out, and I do understand why it's come out for multiple reasons. Okay, that's come out twice, so it wanted to come out. Okay. You've got 3. You have freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Openness is the key word here. Whether it is you, well, both, everybody involved needs to be open about how they feel and what they want and with their actions. There's also a sense of freedom in being able to express that as well. And it sets, and say if you're in a situation where there's ambiguity, being open, it sets everybody free, doesn't it? You know what's happening, you know how they feel, you know what's going to happen. It frees people, whether it is that you decide you both want the same thing, and then you're free to do that, or if you're not on the same page, then, and you decide not to move forward together and separate, you're free to go off and do whatever you've got to do elsewhere. There may be something here where someone fears losing their freedom as well if they commit. That comes to mind. You've got gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. I can't really say much more than that. Gratitude is just gratitude, being grateful for the people in your life, for what you have, for the lessons you learn. Maybe it's a point that somebody wants to feel appreciated as well, through actions. So that's another point. And then you have harmony. You are able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. So obviously if you're open and you're showing and telling and your words and actions match, there's harmony. So I'm going to leave that there. That's everything I have to say. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Take care. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the rest of June. So these are from the Oracle decks I'm going to be using in today's reading. I was actually drawn to these decks and then I did clock on, it's actually Cancer season now. Obviously Cancer is a water sign. It is connected, one of the things it's connected to is emotions. This is not specifically aiming to be a love reading. I mean, if that's the message that comes through, then that's fair enough. I'll give that message, but I'm not going specifically for that. One thing I personally find with Cancer season, I actually really love Cancer season. However, it can be very emotionally intense for me personally, probably collectively as well. But it feels, for me, it feels like a purifying energy. It's almost like the crab in the shell, where, you know, the crab likes to hide in its shell. It's like any emotions that we've suppressed and tried to hide or ignore or whatever, it all comes up to the surface and we can't avoid it, we can't run from it, we can't hide from it. All we have is free will to decide what we're going to do with all of those emotions. So for me, I usually do end up acknowledging stuff and addressing it and dealing with it, and then it kind of, the emotions kind of get purified, if you want to put it in those terms. And water energy, water's purifying, isn't it? And then I feel like I come out of the other end of Cancer season better for having that experience, although as I say, it can get really intense. So feel free to share in the comments if you experience that with Cancer season, or if this is something that you're experiencing now. But I'm going to get into your reading. So we're going to start off with a message from the Whispers of Love deck. And it's not one, I mean, I have used it on the channel, but I don't think I've used it in a long time. And it's actually one of my favourite decks. But let's see what the message is for you for the rest of June. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Right, I'm going to take them. Yeah, you've got 3. I was saying it's really strange. You're my last sign that I'm recording for. 10 out of the 12 signs, the cards took absolutely forever to come out of the deck. I swear I felt like I was shuffling for about 2, like I think Aries won out of everybody, and I think I spent about 2 minutes trying to get the cards to come out for the Aries reading. And actually it matched the energy, because there was an energy, if I'm thinking correctly, that was a strong energy of avoidance, if it was that one, or was it a different reading? There was a bit of avoidance in that. But yeah, I believe Aries won out. But all of the other signs took ages for the cards to come out. Libra, I just recorded Libra. Libras flew out straight away and shot across the room aggressively. And there was a theme of someone needing attention, possibly in that one. So it was interesting that happened. Yours have flown out. And the first card on top you have is have patience. And they flew out like that. So that's interesting. You also have, so I'll put that there, have patience. Love how the colours match the background, by the way. I know it's not that important, but... And also even the Aquarius card matches as well. We've got speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So you might have to have patience with a specific person in a specific situation. If someone's driving you up the wall, you're driving them up the wall, you know, that might be needed. And you have simple acts of kindness. Okay, kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So yeah, just as a little pre-message, it might be that someone's actually winding you up a little bit, or people in general might be winding you up a little, and there's a need for patience. Or it could be that life in general is winding you up slightly, and you just need to kind of try your best to not bite everybody's head off. But anyway, let's get into the main message and see what happens. What else does Aquarius need to know? Right, let's see what Aquarius needs to know for the rest of June. Cannot believe it's Friday already when I'm recording this. The week has just flown by. So it's actually the full moon. Oh, it's already happened, hasn't it? I think. Happened at this point. I think it happened in the middle of the night. Unless it's in the afternoon. Can't see it from here, but... Right, what does Aquarius, sun, moon or rising need to know? Oh, you've got a lot. Okay, I am going to take these together to start off with. So you've got the King of Cups. Oh wow, I love that, because you've got, as I say, you've got the simple acts of kindness and speak the language of love. King of Cups. Queen of Swords in reverse. Have patience, because the Queen of Swords in reverse is the card that could potentially represent biting everybody's head off, couldn't it? That's her in reverse. That is her kind of in her lower vibe. That's the only way I can think of saying it. Lower vibrational energy, and she can be a bitch in the low vibrational energy. So yeah. And then I did say, if this thing's pissing you off, or life is pissing you off in general, 10 of Wands, it's your burdens, isn't it? When things are going to shit, as much as we probably prefer to be calm and deal with it with grace, sometimes it just winds you up. And yeah, we're human, aren't we? Sometimes you just lose it. But anyway, let's see what else comes out. So we've got the King of Wands. 10 of Swords, yeah, reversed. And let's just get one more. You get two more. You have the, well, okay. I think, was it, who else got the Tower? Gemini? I think Gemini got the Tower. So only 2 signs have gotten the Tower in the main spread. You're obviously one of them here. Okay, let's see what comes up for this. I will say, for someone, there could be a sense of impatience in wanting to, in like waiting for something to finish, or praying for something to, I don't know why I said praying specifically then. Somebody could really be praying. I don't usually say praying just casually like that. Hoping or wanting or praying for something to end, to come to an end, and it's not ending as quickly as you want it to. That could be part of, if there's frustrations and if you're biting people's heads off or whatever, that comes to mind. But let's clarify and see what else comes up. So let's look at that King of Cups, 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords. As I say, for me, those cards kind of match up here, where there's a need to just, I mean, I often speak of the King of Cups as being emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent, and emotionally resilient. So whatever's happening, it's like urging you to sort of stay in that, with that sense of maturity. But as I say, we're human sometimes, and yeah, sometimes you snap. Right, King of Cups, 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords in reverse. 10 of Wands again, okay. So there's something bugging you, burdening you, causing an issue. Taking too long, I feel like, as well. Stressing you out, Nine of Swords. So you might be under a lot of stress at the minute. Three of Cups. And the Star. And let's just get one more. You're getting a lot of cards come out, to be honest. Right, you've got the Chariot in reverse and the King of Swords. Something's not happening quickly enough. And I feel like I'm having deja vu, like I've done a reading like this for you before. Minus the bits where you kind of want to rip someone's head off. But where something's not happening quickly enough. Or ending. It feels more like ending enough possibly. Because of the tens. And the Tower being there as well. And then, as I say, with that 10, so you've got the 10 of Wands twice, 10 of Swords in reverse, where something is kind of being delayed in ending, really. And the Chariot is in reverse as well, so it's kind of like a blocked movement. Three of Cups and the Star. As I say, it would just, that feels, it's a reminder. I feel like it's a reminder to be kind to the people who support you and who care about you. Maybe even a reminder to be grateful for, and to turn to the people who support you as well in achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. I mean, you've got the Star there, and that is often connected to like hope, wishes, dreams. So, and I said praying, didn't I? Whatever you're hoping for, wishing for, praying for, to get wrapped up, to finish. Again, that patience and being kind and reaching out to the people that support you. With the Queen of Swords turned upside down like that towards the Ten of Wands, it's like she's focusing on the burden, on the stress, almost. And there's a need to get out of that. Because you've got the King of Swords there, that is Aquarian energy as well. It's to I feel like that's the thing about maturity as well. Think carefully before you speak comes to mind. Let's move on to the King of Wands. I mean, the King of Wands, he's not a slow, it's not a card that's slow, is it? It's a card of quick moving, quick thinking type energy. Like whatever he's trying to pursue, he with fire energy, he wants it to happen quickly. Let's see what the King of Wands says. Six of Wands. Three of Pentacles. And Strength, the Strength card, and I'll get one more for that. This little batch of cards here, it reminds me of, was it Gemini? No, it wasn't. It was Sagittarius, was it? Could be the Sagittarius reading. And it was very much about willpower and having the will and putting in the energy to make something happen and make something work. But Sagittarius, did they have a delay energy as well? You know, and you've recorded so many readings in one day that you lose track of what happened. I'll stop guessing because I'm not certain. I'm sure the Empress, it's the same. It wasn't clarifying the King of Wands, it was clarifying something else, but I swear these cards came out together, not in the same order, but to clarify the same card. And it was very much about being able to just give your all to something to make it work. Okay, I'm going to leave that there and let's look at that Ten of Swords. So that for me, that is disappointment. I still feel like something's not getting wrapped up or ending or something quickly enough. And it's causing disappointment. King of Wands. And I know he's looking at his wand, but he's kind of looking at the towards that Three of Swords as well. Let's get another one. Disappointed. Four of Cups. I'm not gonna lie, it's giving this again, it's giving that vibe, and I swear, as I say, I feel like it's deja vu for one of the previous Aquarius readings that I did for you, where it's like, why is this not happening quickly enough? So it feels disappointing. Or why is this not ending quickly enough? For someone, it could be heartache or pain that's not ending quickly enough. And I know that probably sounds a bit strange, but yeah, any kind of heartache or pain, whether it's through like grief, through death, or like someone's lost someone that way, or relationship breakdown, or any other kind of hurt or disappointment, it's like for someone it could be, why am I not getting over this feeling quickly enough? I've got other shit to do, I've got other shit to get on with in life, I just want to get past this feeling so that I feel free enough to move on. Let's get one more. Seven of Pentacles and the World. It's still, to me, the Seven of Pentacles with the World, it's still the energy of why isn't this happening quickly enough? Right, Four of Swords. I'm not going to clarify that again. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Fool. Let me get one more. What's interesting, you've got the Two of Pentacles, and because of the position of the Fool's hands, it almost looks like he's juggling as well. I wonder if somebody's stuck in a bit of a it's either someone meditating or deep contemplation about whatever the burden is. We'll say the burden because I don't know what it is, whatever the burden is, and trying to move on to something new with that Fool. So it's like the Five of Pentacles is in one hand and the Fool is in the other hand. It's either that, contemplating that, just generally contemplating it, or the other side is being stuck in a bit of a rut, I think I want to say, like a bit of a rut where it's like 1 minute you're all right and you're like motivated and ready to go on to the new, and the next minute it's like thinking about the disappointment of things not happening quickly enough, or whatever that disappointment was. And it's, yeah, it's a bit of a back and forth. And I mean, the Six of Pentacles as well, you've got the scales, you've got the two. It's almost like, and I know this is a weird thing to say for the Six of Pentacles, but it's a back and forth of where your energy goes. Like 1 minute your energy is on, why isn't this happening quickly enough? The next minute your energy might be on feeling enthusiastic about what you're trying to move forward towards. And it's just a back and forth with the energy. But there's no, at present it feels like there's not a winner, you know, like you might be like, oh well, I'm almost over the disappointment or whatever, or feeling, why do I want to say obsessed with something happening quickly? You might be, sometimes we might be like nearly over that and more towards the motivation and going to something new, or we might be kind of stuck in the disappointment and be like, oh, I need to get more out of the disappointment so I can go back to feeling more like myself, more motivated, whatever. But it almost feels like there's just very much a back and forth with this mentally. And as much as it's mentally, because there's pentacles there, it's energy as well, isn't it? It's physical, your physical energy, because it can be draining if you're going back and forth, or if you're feeling dragged down by burden or disappointment. So yeah, that's a really weird way to see the Six of Pentacles, but that is kind of how it's feeling. Because it's what you give to, isn't it? What you give your thoughts to, what you give your energy to. Even though I know it's usually about generosity, but that is how it feels here. Let's look at that Tower, because that Tower is a big deal. What is the Tower? Try that again. What is the Tower doing here? You've got the Moon, the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Too many just came out then. We had like 5 cards fall out. Let's try again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Death card, 10 of Cups and 2 of Wands. Who else had this? Was it Sagittarius? Because the energies do feel a bit similar to Sagittarius, to be honest. I think it's either Sagittarius or Gemini. There was a theme of having a new dream, like something had, there was a sense of loss, of something falling apart or ending, and a need to choose a new dream. With that Tower card, it is usually that something massive has changed or happened to throw a massive spanner in the works in some way, shape or form. I mean, obviously, if someone's waiting for something to end, if someone was waiting for something to end or to finish or to get wrapped up and a tower happened, that would be a spanner in the works. So like, I don't know why I'm getting the example of like, you know, if someone was buying a new house or something and they'd got a buyer and it was like, oh, finally we can sell this house and move to the new house, and then the buyer pulls out and it's like, shit. I mean, I know the tower's usually a bigger energy than that, but that's the thought that's coming to mind. But with the moon there in reverse, whatever this tower is, whatever this big energy is that looks like it's put a spanner in the works, it's revealed now. Like if there was something lingering in the background where it was like, oh, I don't know what this tower is going to be, it looks like it's, you know what it is with the moon card there. Why do I feel like looking at that Page of Pentacles, it's almost a feeling of being back to square one. That's what that feels like. It's like, oh, I'm back to, now that that tower's happened, I'm back to square one. Okay. Oh God, why am I getting such corny phrases in my head? I feel like it's, so back to square one, and then it's like with the Wheel of Fortune, the Death card and the 10 of Cups, it's like it's changed the course of your happiness. As I say, I can't see exactly what it is. You'll know if the message resonates, specifically what this is for you, and you know, you use it how it resonates or take it how it resonates for you. But it's kind of like forcing you to choose. It may be forcing you to choose a different path or a different way at this point in time. But I'm guessing it's frustrating because we've got the Have Patience card and all the burdens and the stress that was up there, the cards that represent that and delay and stuff like that. That would be why the Patience card has come up, Have Patience card. Okay, I don't think there's anything else I can say that won't just make it confusing. And I know it probably, I mean, obviously, if you know what that tower is for you specifically, then this will definitely make sense for you. If you don't know what the tower is, it's probably not your reading. I don't think there's anything else I can add. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can add to the reading. As I say, the key points were to just turn to and be kind to those who support you. And the Patience card is there. That's all I can say, even if that is very frustrating to hear. Yeah, I can't really add anything to that, to be honest. I feel like if I wanted to delve into it, I'd have to start a brand new reading and go really in depth with it to make more sense of it. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that made some sort of sense. I'm just going to get a couple of advice cards from the Power of Love deck. I don't like leaving readings ambiguous like that, but it kind of feels like I can't really get much more from it. Let's see what comes out from this deck, the Power of Love. What else does Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Rising need to know here? Vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. So I would say that's usually, when you get a card like that, it's usually telling you to hold your vision. Or it might be about needing to have a new vision of what you want to happen going forward. If there's been a massive spanner in the works and you're back to square one, etc. If you can't choose the same opportunity or path that you were going to choose before, it might be about creating a new vision or having a new vision of what you want. Anything else? Ooh, yeah, wow, that pretty much reiterates just what I said. Willingness. You are able to compromise if the end result is love. That is it. That's pretty much what I was just saying, was compromise. That if you can't go the way you want it to go, or you got to do it differently, you got to find a way to compromise. And that's probably what that Two of Wands represents, actually. I mean, it does fit with what I was saying about like changing the course or path of your happiness. But yeah, that might be the part of the compromise energy as well. Let's just get one more. Ha, I love that. Oh my lord. Okay, yeah. So you get friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. That is that kindness, remembering to still have that loving, kind energy, even if you are feeling stressed and you just want to rip everybody's head off, you know, still try and be kind. And then cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So for me, again, the cooperation card is to do with that kind energy, being kind and turning to those who support you. But it is also part of that compromise type energy as well. Like if you want to achieve something and there's another way, resistance, it's not going to help, is it? You have to decide what you're willing to compromise on and then cooperate if necessary. I know that was ambiguous. I can't, yeah, there's not much more I can get from that. So hopefully there was something in there that was useful to you. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching the video. Take care.